All right. I guess first of all, Nick, you can just talk about the break and what that was like for you guys. Did you feel like it was good for you guys as far as getting yourselves some rest and health wise going into the now you hope that is several straight weeks of playing?
Yeah, I mean, you saw going into the previous weekend we were a little banged up, and it was a next man up mentality, and we always focus on that. But coming off 2 big wins against Northern at home, it was good to get a little time away. We still went to work and practice, did our job, and try to hold everybody accountable to that. And it's always good to get some rest and a little bit of your mind away from the game. But we're excited to be back.
There's a lot going on the next couple of weeks. Bemidji didn't lose any ground on you guys while your break was going on, so you kind of got to keep the pedal down. Is that something that you guys think of? I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but with the final 2 weeks here, being home against Huntsville, going to Bemidji, it just seems like there's a lot on the line. Nothing was handed to you while you guys were on break. Yeah,
I mean, nothing's really ever handed. It's a game of hockey. It's just kind of how it works. It's a mysterious game, but you got to look at it like this, and you can't really hope for other people to create your own success. It's always been within our locker room. We just focus on ourselves. Clearly in the back of your mind as a player, you always check the standings and see how they did and what they did, but we really try to focus on ourselves ultimately and just stick to what we got in our program.
This is senior weekend. I know you guys will be back here in a couple weeks, but as a group, you guys have done a lot here and played a lot of games together. And I know you and I talked about this with Josh recently too. But just as a group, as the group of seniors, what has that been like? Because a lot of you have had a lot of responsibility put on you from the moment you stepped on campus and have played a lot of games for 4 years. What has that been like to maybe go through that together as a group?
You got to give credit to our personal upperclassmen with Brad McClure, CJ Cease, Max Goda. You got to look at those guys, and they wrote history themselves, and they created a tradition here that we got tagged along on, and now it's our turn to keep pulling people on it. So, I mean, and you look at our class, we have a lot of individual success. We got a lot of team success in the past couple of years, but it was never always easy. And you look at our first year together, we couldn't play at a very consistent pace, and then we just kept trying to get better each year. And I think that's something that our class is very prideful of, that we're really big competitors, and we hold each other accountable, like I always say. And we're just a team that wants to win, and it's led by the class. But there's other guys on the team that are great leaders also.
Nick, can you believe it's been 4 years? How quickly the time's gone by. Talk about that factor about how it speeds by here, and people talk about it all the time, but it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, everyone says it goes by fast, and the first year you don't really see it because you're all new to it, and it's just a learning process. But once you really get coming back for consecutive years, it's routine. It's just your everyday life, and it does go by quick. I mean, classes start dwindling down. You don't take as many because you're almost graduating, but you just got to keep looking at the big picture. We came here for clearly an education and mostly athletics. So I mean, it's awesome to see how quick it's been. But I mean, you got to just cherish those moments as much as you can.